Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Kevin Cristianto as the moderator of the meeting today, and I will introduce you Mr. Edward as head company of Sumber Abadi, and his secretary, Mrs. Cindy, and Mrs. Stacia as the logo maker. And here's Mr. Joe as head company of Sukajadi, and his secretary, Mr. Justin. And without any further ado, let me introduce you, Mr. Edward.
Okay, good morning for all of you. First of all, I would like to welcome everyone in this meeting and thank you to Mr. Joe and his company for attending this meeting.
Yeah, thank you, Mrs. Edward, and good morning to all of you. It's an honor for my company to be able to join in this meeting.
Okay, so
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Cindy.
Sorry for interrupted. I just want to inform that I just sent a paper that contains an agenda for our meeting today. Please check it out. Thank you, sir. You may continue.
Okay, Cindy, thank you for that. So let's begin. The purpose of our meeting today is to discuss about the product named Yobu, which is the collaboration between our company, and also we will discuss about an agreement.
Okay, so it's about an agreement. So Mrs. Edward, how long is the validation period of this agreement? I mean, how long does it take?
Our company has discussed about the validation period of the agreement letter, and we would like to take 3 years first, since we are launching this product, and I hope it can grow before 3 years. But honestly, Mr. Joe, I hope we can extend the validation period of the agreement letter between our company. Mr. Joe, how about that? Sounds good for you?
Yeah, Mr. Edward, I think I agree with that, but I still have to discuss it with my team. I'll inform you as soon as possible.
It's okay, Mr. Joe. You can have your time.
What about my secretary? Do you have anything in your mind?
I would like to ask, so how about the clause of the agreement, Mr. Edward?
Oh, good questions. About the clause, I would like to talk to Mr. Joe directly and in privacy way, Mr. Joe. Maybe we should have a special meetings for only both of us, and I hope you have a time to discuss about it. I will inform you later, Mr. Joe.
Okay, Mr. Edward. I'll be waiting for the notifications. So one more thing, just one more thing. What about the logo of this product? Because it's the collaboration of our company.
Oh yeah, about the logo, Mr. Joe. I have chosen one of the best logo designer. She's from Paris. She has made a lot of logos since she was young, and I would like to introduce her to you guys. Here it is, Mr. Stacia. Mr. Stacia, are you there?
Hello, I'm Stacia Hudianto, and I'm logo maker from Mr. Edward Company. I have some references logo that you can use, and I will show you. Wait a minute. Here's the logo that we can use. It's a symbol of yogurt in a cup. This symbol also is so simple, yet it's so popular in teenagers. And I'm sure if you use this logo, your market will be so popular.
Well, I think it's a good logo, Miss Edward, because recently the simple logo and simple name is the most popular, especially among the teenagers. And yeah, we should use it, I think. So when should we start? By making the agreement.
About the agreement, I have a lot of relation with an attorney, you know, the one who makes the agreement, and I will choose one of them to make our agreement letter. Cindy, my secretary Cindy will inform to your company as soon as possible about the date when we should meet again and discuss about the agreement with an attorney.
Okay, Mr. Albert, I got it. I appreciate it. I hope we could have a better relationship in the future because, you know, I'm looking, in the future, I'm looking for both of us still working together.
I hope so, Mr. Joe. Of course, we will have a good relation better in the future in business. Thank you, Mr. Joe.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, okay. Does anyone want to add something else before we end this meeting?
I think it's clear, Mr. Kevin and Mr. Edward. Thank you
Yeah,
for the
it's
meeting.
clear. Thank you for inviting us.
Thank you.
Okay, I will end this meeting. Thank you everyone for the time. Goodbye.
Good morning, Mr. Joe and Mr. Willie.
Good morning, Mr. Albert.
Finally, we met again, Mr. Joe. As I spoke on last meeting, that I will bring an attorney to discuss about the agreement for both of our companies. So here it is, Willie, as our attorney. He is a National Food and Drug Agency. So Willie, could you please explain briefly about the agreement for both of us and what kind of clauses that will be contained in our contract? Could you please explain it?
Hello. So right now, okay, I'm going to explain to you gentlemen the essences of the contract between the both of your companies that the either of you had come into line with. In the first clause of your agreement, Sumber Abadi Corporation has the obligation to use only the fruit product from the Sukajadi Corporation. In the second clause of your agreement, the cooperation between the first party and the second party is for at least 1 year. And if one of the parties plans to either exterminate or extend the cooperation relationship, then both parties must discuss and agree on whether it should end or continue. In the third clause of your agreement about profit sharing, the first party will get at least 49% of the profit, and the second party, which act as the supplier, will get the share of at least 51%. The agreed profit sharing will be given after the closing of one book for one cycle, which is 37 days. In the fourth clause of the agreement about rights and obligations, that must be fulfilled by each party. For one, the first party has the obligations to manage and regulate the sales contract, as well as to market, produce, and distribute the company's products. While the second party is to oblige to provide a minimum supply of 1 ton of fruits per month, as well as to only supply the fruits to the first party. Okay, and in the last clause of the agreement is that this agreement ends and or continue when one of the parties decides to terminate or continue their cooperation, and the other party has accepted and agreed to the termination or the continuation of the cooperation. Now, are we clear on this one?
Yeah,
Yeah, Mr. Willie,
I
it's
get it.
really clear. But Mr. Willie, I would like to ask about the marketing license. What about that?
Yes, both of your companies are medium level companies, as I'm aware of, because the launching of the product, you gentlemen can apply what we call multi-level marketing business license to the head of the investment coordination agency in this city. Later, I will email you gentlemen the documents required to apply. Okay, is that okay?
Okay,
It's
Mr. Willie.
okay.
It's okay, Mr. Willie.
Now, moving on to the halal permit, you guys can register first and then apply for it online. Actually, that easy actually by visiting the halal MUI certification on the website portal that later I will also attach in the email. I don't think this will be a problem, nor will it take a long time because what is being launched here is simply yogurt. And from the ingredients of the product that I've read before, is that it is clean. Yes?
Yeah, they're clean, Mr. Willie. Yeah.
Yeah, I do think so.
Now, I want to remind you, gentlemen, that this agreement is a matter of law and legitimacy. And if one of the parties breaking the agreement or so much as violate one of the terms in the agreement, then it will be legitimate for the other party to sue. Okay?
Yeah, exactly. We understand that, Mr. Willie.
Yeah, I
Thank you.
think it's clear. Thank you.
So if you guys have any further questions about what we have just discussed, you can easily contact me on the name card or email mentioned in the NFAD website portal. Okay?
Okay,
think-
Mr. Willie. Okay, I think that's clear enough with all your explanation, Mr. Willie. I will sign it right now. How about you, Mr. Joe? Are you agree with this statement or there are any agreements you want to add more?
I think it's really clear and it's a good agreement for both of us. I'm really hoping for both of our company in the future. I'll sign it.
Thank you, Mr. Joe. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you, Mr. Willie,
Thank you,
for
Mr.
explaining the agreements. And Mr. Joe, I hope we could have a good relationship for our business in the future. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, guys.